Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-diving into a story that sits right at the intersection of modern technology and our most primal fears. It's about a young couple, their newborn baby, and a piece of tech that was supposed to bring them peace of mind, but instead, delivered a nightmare. Imagine this. You've just brought your first child home. The world shrinks to the size of your tiny apartment, and every sound, every sigh from the nursery sends a jolt through your system. For Mark and Sarah, this was their new reality. Their son Leo was their entire universe. Like many new parents, they invested in a top-of-the-line baby monitor. It wasn't just for audio. This was a high-definition video monitor that streamed directly to their phones. It was their digital lifeline, their virtual window into Leo's room, allowing them to watch his peaceful sleep from the living room couch. For the first few weeks, the monitor was a godsend. It captured adorable moments of Leo stretching in his sleep, his tiny fists balled up. It gave them the freedom to cook dinner or watch a movie, knowing they could check on him with a simple tap on their phones. The device was meant to guard against the unseen, to offer reassurance in the quiet hours of the night. But what they were about to discover was that sometimes the unseen is watching back. One Tuesday evening, the routine was the same as any other. After a warm bath and a feeding, they placed a sleeping Leo in his crib. They retreated to the living room, turned on the TV, and opened the baby monitor app on Sarah's phone, propping it up on the coffee table. The familiar, grainy night vision image of Leo's crib appeared. He was sleeping soundly, a tiny, peaceful lump under a light blanket. Mark and Sarah settled in, the quiet hum of the refrigerator and the low volume of the TV creating a cocoon of domestic tranquility. Around 10 o'clock, Sarah glanced at the phone screen. Her heart stopped. A shape was moving in the crib, but it wasn't Leo. A tall, slender figure was standing over the crib. The image was grainy, but the silhouette was undeniably that of a man. He was leaning down, and in the ghostly green light of the night vision, it looked like he was holding their baby. A wave of pure, unadulterated panic washed over her. She couldn't breathe. She grabbed Mark's arm, her fingers digging into his skin, unable to form words. She just pointed a trembling finger at the phone. Mark's eyes followed her gaze, and his face went white. The casual evening had shattered into a million pieces. The image was clear. A stranger was in their baby's room, holding their son. Their minds raced. How did he get in? The door was locked, the windows were shut. They hadn't heard a thing. But there was no time for questions. Adrenaline took over. Mark, his protective instincts surging, grabbed the heaviest thing he could find, a cast iron skillet from the kitchen. Sarah was right behind him. They didn't make a sound as they crept down the short hallway, their hearts pounding in their chests like war drums. The silence of the apartment was terrifying, thick with unspoken dread. They reached the nursery door, which was slightly ajar, just as they had left it. Mark took a deep breath, braced himself, and threw the door open, ready to confront whatever horror was inside. Sarah flicked on the light switch, flooding the room with a bright, sterile light. And they saw nothing. The room was empty. Leo was in his crib, fast asleep, exactly as they had left him. There was no man, no sign of a break-in. The window was locked from the inside. The closet was empty. There was nowhere for anyone to hide. They stood there, confused, their adrenaline slowly being replaced by a chilling bewilderment. They checked on Leo. He was perfectly fine, his breathing slow and steady, completely undisturbed. It didn't make any sense. Had they imagined it? Both of them? Mark looked at Sarah, whose face was a mask of confusion and fear. He whispered, his voice trembling. They returned to the living room, their bodies still shaking. Sarah picked up her phone. The live feed still showed the empty nursery, the image now crisp and clear in the light they'd left on. It was right there, Mark. I saw him. We both saw him. Let's check the recording, Mark said, his voice barely audible. The app had a feature that recorded motion-activated events. Sarah's hands were shaking so badly she could hardly navigate the menu. She scrolled back through the timeline to exactly 10 o'clock, the moment the terror had begun. She found the clip and pressed play. The recording started. There was their son, sleeping peacefully. Then the motion sensor triggered. The image flickered for a second, a common glitch with the Wi-Fi. And then he was there. The man, the video was clearer than the live feed had seemed. He was tall, dressed in dark clothing. He was standing over the crib, just as they'd seen. The camera angle showed him from the waist up. He leaned down and his arms moved as if he were picking up the baby. For a gut-wrenching 10 seconds, he just stood there, cradling a bundle in his arms that looked exactly like their son. Mark and Sarah watched, their blood running cold. They were reliving the nightmare, but this time with irrefutable proof. But it was the end of the clip that truly broke them. As the figure stood there, holding what they thought was their baby, he slowly lifted his head. He didn't look around the room. He didn't look at the crib. He turned his face slowly, deliberately, until he was staring directly into the camera lens. His face was a pale, blurry oval in the night vision, but his eyes were two dark, empty pools that seemed to bore right through the screen, right into them. There was no expression on his face. Just a cold, blank stare. It felt deeply personal, a message sent directly to them. He knew they were watching. He wanted them to watch. After a few seconds of this silent, soul-crushing gaze, the video feed flickered again, and he was gone. Just like that, vanished into thin air between one frame and the next. They sat in stunned silence, the phone lying on the table between them like a venomous snake. The clip ended, returning them to the live feed of their peaceful sleeping baby, but the peace was gone. The sanctuary of their home had been violated, not by a physical intruder, but by something far more sinister. Something that could appear and disappear at will. Something that could hold their child without leaving a trace. What was this thing? A ghost? A digital anomaly? A hacker playing a cruel, elaborate prank. They called the police, but what could they say? We saw a man on our baby monitor, but he wasn't really there. The police came, they checked the apartment, found no signs of entry, and looked at them with a mixture of pity and skepticism. They suggested it was likely a network glitch, someone's feed crossing with theirs, a phenomenon known as a ghost feed, but Mark and Sarah knew what they saw. A crossed feed wouldn't explain why the man was standing over their crib in their nursery, with the furniture arranged exactly as it was. And a crossed feed wouldn't explain why he looked directly at them. That chilling, deliberate stare was not a coincidence. It was a communication. They got rid of the baby monitor that night. They couldn't bear to look at it. For weeks, they slept in shifts, one of them always awake, sitting in a chair in the corner of Leo's room. Sleep offered no escape, as their dreams were haunted by that pale, featureless face and those dark, knowing eyes. They never saw the figure again, but his presence lingered. The feeling of being watched never truly went away. This story serves as a chilling reminder. The technology we invite into our homes to keep us safe can sometimes become a portal for the unexplained. It opens a window, and we can't always be sure of what's looking back through it. What do you guys think happened here? Was it a ghost, a technical glitch, or something else entirely? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Stay safe out there.